Good afternoon, Internet. I'm your host, HazelPlays89, and welcome back to City Skylines 2. We are once again in the city of Blackshire, the city that I've named after the town that I grew up in. So, we are getting out of our cinematic camera view. There's been a patch since last we played, so that's nice. But as you can see, we have a modest little city center kind of growing up here. We have commercial, we have our residential, we have our education and whatnot. But I think now we want to take a look and see where we're at in regards to specialized industry, because I really want to get that in today, or at least get something started for that. So we are almost at that milestone to do that. And so what we'll do is let's just continue. Oh, that was an aeroplane. Let's continue to address some of the needs that we have. Down here, we need more people. But as you can see, we have plenty of people. But what we want to do is just because we need to continue moving forward, let's continue adding some roads. Have a nice little road layout here, maybe like that. Let's turn off our guidelines, because I want to get that nice and zoning nice and tight up here. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead now and we'll continue zoning in some residential. Now, I'm appreciative of everyone who tuned in for the first episode. I really am. It blows my mind. It's just barely a week since it's come out. As at the time of recording episode 2 here, and I've gotten more views on it than the video that I put out 2 years ago, and I appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching, for the support, for liking and commenting on that previous episode. It's greatly appreciated, and it means a lot. We have demand for medium density as well, so I think what we could do, just because I think it would look kind of nice, is let's start incorporating some apartment buildings, some medium density housing, as opposed to the row homes. We love row homes, we do, but let's go ahead and start bringing in some apartment blocks. Let's go 4x4 there. Yeah. Let's skip 1, 2, 3, 4. Come down right here and add you. One more. Yeah, that'll work. All right, and so we do see our commercial demand popping up just a touch. Let's just get a nice block of 4x4 here and a little bit here. And there's that. I think what we could do, since we're at this juncture, we could perhaps come off of there at a 90-degree angle and do that. Let's just leave that little stub there. That'll be fine. All right, so here we are. I do see that we have some tiles we can unlock. We have a couple of points that we could invest in, but I don't really think that it's necessary for us to expand right at this moment. I think we'll wait till we hit the next milestone before we do that. So our residential demand, as you can see, is creeping up there. So let's take our alleyways and we can continue with our low density zoning. Everybody loves low density zoning. Perfect. Just put that there, and I'm gonna come through. Let's just come through in a couple spots. Sorry about your homes. It was necessary for progress, I guess. I don't know. Right. Let's just continue in. Oh, not that. We'll put this here. We'll do that. So I think I mentioned this because I also live stream on Twitch. If you want to follow me over on Twitch, that'd be fantastic. But what I've mentioned several times over there is high density, like a dense amount of low density residential, if that makes sense. So like these homes that we're putting in, right? They're single family homes. but there are a lot of them all in one place, and I like that look. Honestly, I do. I find it appealing. It pleases me. So well, that's what we're doing. We're high density, low density, if that makes any sense. But yes, so we're just gonna continue moving with the groove here, doing what feels good here in the game. Zoning some 2x3s, and that's not what we wanted. So let's just remove you and put that back. I'm gonna take that off as well. So we've got that down. Our industry demand is also creeping up here. I'm sure that this will work itself out here in a little bit as we let the game run and we play and stuff. Let's connect that up. Why is that not connected up? That would make sense for it to be connected. Is it because it's a... No, it's not an arterial. Okay, so there's that. Somebody's waiting for the hearse. When we have... Okay, we have the cemetery there. So yeah, it's honestly at this point, it's just waiting to get things put in. Waiting for homes to show up and people to move in. Because early game, even in Cities 1, early game was just a lot of zoning and waiting. But what I want to do is let's just do a blanket of zones there, and we'll put you here. So we'll have that in the future. And as we kind of move away from this area, I think we'll see a more structured, built-up kind of grid. But I don't think that I necessarily want this to be downtown. There's plenty of opportunity on this map for expansion. Obviously, it's very flat, very kind of like a blank canvas. So what the idea is, as we move, we can build our own like land features and things, hills, and what have you. And so it'll be a good time. But right now, like I said, it's just approaching demand, and I was paused the whole time. How silly. Okay, so the game is unpaused now. He says as he wonders why nothing's happening. So the game is unpaused, which is nice. Silly me. Oh well. But that's okay. Sometimes you just gotta learn to take it all in stride, to have a little chuckle at yourself every now and then. Because it's okay to not be serious all the time. And that's why I like video games. I like the ability to chill and relax and poke a little bit of fun at yourself every once in a while whenever you play video games. And again, I think I've alluded to this a couple of times in previous videos, but yeah, Cities 2, you know, I think we all wish that there's a little bit more we could do in the game since it's launched. But I think we can appreciate it for what it is and the fun it does provide in the measure in which it provides it. So I'm having fun. I'm glad that you guys watching are having a good time. But we're just giving the people what they want, and what they want are homes. We want to move in, but we don't have any places for you to live. So there's that. On the subject of Cities 2 and the state that it's in right now, I think if I may, I'd like to kind of express some wants that I'd like to see implemented into the game at some point, and I'm sure that they'll put there. First of all, and I think a lot of people could echo this, is the ability to decorate, you know, props and assets and whatnot. Trees that are fully grown would be a big one for sure. A little more flexibility when it comes to... that's not what I wanted to do. When it comes to road management, and I know that it's been mentioned before, but whenever you go to your road tools, right, you go to your road services, you can't do per lane you know, turning restrictions and whatnot. That would be nice to see implemented into the game, and I'm sure that they have the ability to do that. I would like to see things like, I want to do this right here. It seems good. I think people enjoy this. I would like to see oh yeah, that's nice. Let's just delete you for now so we can get that squared away. Yeah, decorating, the ability to have fully grown trees, a little more flexibility with the road services stuff. I don't understand. And the thing is, I think the important thing that we have to remember is patience is important, because the game's been out 5 months, 6 months. But at the same time, I understand that there are a lot of valid frustrations that people have with the game. Admittedly, I don't think that it launched in an entirely, you know, reasonable state, but it's good to see that the developers do seem like they're working on getting things fixed and updated, especially in the performance department. So that's nice. But yes, I think we need to make sure that we're patient and that we express frustrations in a productive and constructive way, because an annoyance of mine is just whenever people are like, the game is bad. Well, okay, now let's develop, you know, solutions for said bad game, because I don't feel like just screaming about how terrible stuff is going to fix anything. And I personally hold more value whenever someone comes up with a solution to a problem, rather than just passionately identifying the problem, if I could say it like that. Let's get some row homes in. I think we like row homes. We also like apartment blocks, but I think row homes about right here. Let's go 4 deep. Yeah, about right there, I think. Yeah, let's push it up right there. We'll get some row homes, and then we can get ourselves a little bit of commercial. This seems like a good spot for a 4x4 sweeping path of commercial. If I could connect it to the zoning grid, there we go. And we're starting to get the little orange bubble around commercial, or around residential, high density residential. So that's delightful. So we have that going for us, which is nice. Whew. Drinking a little cup of coffee there. I do enjoy a nice cup of joe. And I think Biffa would also be pleased to know that I enjoy a nice cup of tea as well. So that's fun. But this morning's beverage of choice is just a nicely brewed cup of coffee. It is a little early where I'm at as I record this video, and as such, I need to wake up. Why is this not working? Oh, it's because I'm in the wrong... Okay, silly me. Me being a silly goose. This is what I want. Low density. I want to take that out for now. Alright. That's funny. Well, yeah, I like the idea of not having a perfect grid in regards to, like, exact dimensions everywhere. I think it gives it a little more character and makes it a little more natural, so to speak. I think what I like the idea of is doing this off this arterial, or this main road. Bring it about here for now. Let's bring it about right there, and then I will take the school road and connect it all the way through. Let's make sure that our angle, and we are at a large village, but I was saying let's make sure that the angle closest to the school is 180 degrees. So we're at milestone 3. We're a large village now. We've got at $80,000. We got 3 little golden hexagons and 5 green hexagons. Those obviously being progression points and land tokens respectively. So let's go to our progression panel, see what we've got. We have a new loan limit. We can budget things now for our services, livestock farming and stone mining. And I really want to dive deep into the stone mining here. We have the fire and rescue, which we're going to need to remember to put down our firehouse. We also have police and administration, and we'll need to find a place for our police station. So as we go to our development tree, let's see what we can unlock. We have various types of roads we can unlock. I think I might begin looking into unlocking parking. We have electricity, and I don't think I want to touch that right now. Same with water. Medical, we might consider bringing in a crematorium, but we'll take a look and see how that goes. I don't think we'll need that. I think our death care is serviceable right now. Same with garbage as well. A college would be nice, but I think we're fine in the way of education. And then, like we said, we've just unlocked our police administration and our fire department. So, with all that being said, let's come up to our roads. Let's grab parking areas. And I think roundabouts as well, just for fun. So now that we have these two, we have chickens and we have stones. So we can come up here. Let's go to our info view and look at all of the natural resources on the land. It's just kind of splotched around everywhere, like the pattern of a giraffe, which is fine. And I always tend to mess this up whenever I'm on this map specifically, is this nice golden patch of fertile farmland here. But that's okay. We can bridge and have we can begin a nice little area over here. And honestly, we have the squares. We can unlock them. We have fertile land here. What I think, like I said, I want to consider stone, ore mining and whatnot. We have lots of ore all around us, which is nice. So I think what we can do, let's go ahead and unlock let's actually unlock a couple squares. So we have the ability. We're going to do this. Just modest, just a little modest expansion for that. But what I want to do is come down here and we will paint out. Let's go back to our natural resources info view. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring a road. Let's get just a nice normal 2-lane road and bring it off about right here. And then it'll just come straight down. Yeah, I like that. That's nice. And now off of this, we can do things like so. Now I know that stone, you can mine stone anywhere. And that's good. What I like the idea of is preparing a place for ore mining in the future when we do that. So that's what this is about. What I think we'll do is come over here and we will do, let's put a border road right here like that. I like the idea of having a mine of stone on the other, the other side. So we'll have that there. I kind of want to upgrade this road as well to just to be a regular width 2-lane. So let's do that. All right, perfect. And perhaps we could also get away with some interesting road layouts here. We could have something in this little square. All right, so we have that. Let's take our thin road, and I'm going to come off because I don't want mine sitting directly on this street here. What we'll do is we'll come about 56 meters and come and put you right here. And I think we'll grab and go double the width or height, rather, and do the same thing this way. Let's put a boundary for that right here. And we'll come to about 90 degrees. Let's do right there. That'll be fine. All right. So here's what we'll do. I want to get in a few stone mines. Let's put one here. And we'll put one here. And I think we'll put one right. I'm going to delete that road out. And maybe this one as well. Let's put you here. Okay. So we'll have a few mines. But let's pay attention to our services as well, because we do want to get our fire department and our police station down quicker or sooner rather than later. So we're gonna come, let's go about right there, and we will take our firehouse and put it right there, and it's like it's perfect. Look how good that is. All right, let's just edge the building with a little road there. And I think what we'll do is we'll do this. This seems nice. We're gonna grab our police station and put it right here. Pretty sure that we can, yeah, that upgrade is fine. And I think this upgrade is built in. Okay, cool. Just thinking about how we're gonna upgrade in the future. Let's do that. Yeah, just have a row behind it. And I think what will kind of make sense is we'll kind of demarcate this area with some commercial, because we do need it. And I don't like that. So let's just kind of put that right there for now. Alright. Alright, cool. We have beginnings of a centralized area for this location, which is great. So now we are being asked for more residential. So let's come down here and kind of do our 3x3 little trick we've got. I'm gonna put you here, just a touch of residential zoning, like so. Giving the people what they want, which is the name of the game. Government provision sim. That's a joke. Just building out homes. The housing market is going to be exquisite in this town because of how much homes are available to people. Let's go there and there. And I think one right there. We'll check on that later. So let's come back down to our stone mines. And we're going to begin doing things. Let's put you all, I kind of like the idea of putting it all the way up to the road. It might not be some people's cup of tea, which is fine. So one of the great things about this game is that you can do whatever you want with it. So there's that one. Let's come up here, bring this all the way down. All the way down. All the way down. Yeah. We're gonna bring this as close as we can to right here. And we could probably get some actual industrial zoning going with that, which I like the idea of. There's that. Let's come to about right there. And we will put you there. All right. So that looks good to me, in my estimation. I'm happy with that. Just a few little stone mines to give people some jobs and increase our production so we can start making some money. Which we won't be able to tell how much money we're making from our industry areas, our specialized industry areas, I should say, until the next milestone. which we're underway of achieving that, which is delightful. Again, we're just zoning out, nice, happy zoning. Give the people places to live as best we can manage. Oop. I'm gonna remove you and put you back. There we go. Ooh, excuse me. Now I like the idea of going ahead and grabbing some parking, just a little bit, just a touch. We're gonna get just a touch of parking. Let's put some parking right here. Give people places to park so as to allow them to park. I've been toying with the idea of also building like a strip mall kind of thing. And I want to experiment with that off camera when I'm not recording, maybe live on stream or something, which, like I said, go follow me on Twitch and you'll be able to know when I stream. It's a good time. We have a good little time over there. It's fun. It's people, we give the people what they want over there as well. So we're creeping up on our medium density. So let's take a gander and address that problem. I think maybe we could get some, let's do 3x3 row homes throughout that. Yeah, that's what they need. Some nice little row homes. All right. I think what would be a good time is if we expanded out more this way. I'll put you there. I'll put you here. And we will kind of do a little something here. Maybe like this. That's not a 90-degree angle. That is. So I'm just gonna kind of get some zoning in. I like this. I like that a lot. Let's delete that building so it'll come back. I think maybe we'll do that. We can have you and have a nice little area for some low density. Now, what I like I've been looking at Google Maps recently about, you know, on the place where the city where I live, where my house is at, and there's just a lot of seemingly random places and road patterns where residential homes are, where it seems like they were just kind of like, that seems like a good spot for a street. And so they built one. Oh, cool. We have the Rocket Musician Mansion. I want to make this like a feature. I feel like a rock star would kind of live at a fancy place and buy them like kind of away from wherever everything is going on. So we're gonna keep that in mind in the future as we, you know, when we go and address our rock star who lives in a place. That's what we'll do. I think what I like the idea of is let's maybe get a path. And maybe let's do this. Maximize zoning. But then the trade-off is we take a lot of zoning off of this street. But honestly, I think that's okay. Let's just keep going right there. Like that. Because we don't need zoning everywhere. We don't. And that's nice. We don't need zoning all over the place. All right. Let's see. What is our efficiency? 66, 102. That works. 61. They offset each other. It's fine. Another sip of coffee. And now we can come back here and address the desire that people have to live. We need homes, man. I know my people. All right, there we go. Yeah, we're gonna start expanding towards this direction as well. And I think, like I said, we'll start kind of making purpose-built grids as well. There's a nice pattern, a nice zoning pattern that I like to do, especially for lower density stuff. We're gonna bring this out. We're just gonna turn it just slightly, about like that. Let me get out of that bit. All right, so let's come here. We'll do. We're gonna come all the way down. Actually, we're not gonna go all the way down because that's gonna break stuff. Let's do this. Do that. Now I don't appreciate the way that this is working. So what we'll do is we'll try that again. Perfect. All right, we're good. Now, what we'll do, we'll come over here, and I'm going to kind of get the edge of our circle, our radius, and just have it kiss the top road there, like that. Bring it all the way through. Same deal with this, and this is perfect. This is a good time. And then I think we'll just kind of do this. Still not perfectly geometric, perfect grids, as you can see, because they're different sizes, but that's something that we just have to deal with. It is okay. I like the idea of not having complete perfection all over the place. So, like, for instance, if we wanted to be a little silly, we could do that. We could do this. Let's do that right there and bring this up. Yeah. So it's interesting, and it's just interesting enough, you know? It's not overwhelmingly rigid, but it's a little more planned out, it seems, than our initial neighborhood there. And I like that idea. All right, so what's cool is we can see, if we go back to our low densities view, we see that the colors are orange, red, and yellow, and that's not suitable for single family homes. So what we can do, let's just grab and put some apartment buildings here. Because I like the idea of beginning to densify, or of densifying a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But as we've done that, we also do need to address, again, the demand that the people have for low density residential. So we'll just do that. We're just gonna come in zone, and zone, and zone, and zone, and zone, and zone, and zone. There we go. Auto zone. Cal zone. Give me some of your best zone puns out in the down in the comments there. Strike zone. That's a good one. There was a bowling alley where I grew up called Strike Zone. Or in the neighboring town where I grew up called Strike Zone. I never actually even went to Strike Zone. I do like bowling though. Bowling is a good time. My cousin used to own or run a bowling alley, which is kind of cool. Yeah, you know, and if you don't think it's cool, well, does your cousin run a bowling alley? So good. All right. I like the idea of maybe grabbing a little corner stores just every once in a while. Something like that. I think it kind of gives it a little more character, because sometimes you do see in neighborhoods, depending on, you know, whereabouts the neighborhood's at, but you'll see things like little gas stations on the corner and corner stores and stuff like that. Okay. Ooh, let's get another cup of Joe. Another swig of coffee. And now, what we were talking about earlier with our zoning demand, we have demand for zoning. But what we can do is just a little bit of industrial down here. I don't want to go overboard since those are industrial buildings. But I think it'd be pleasant to have people come out there and do things. I also want to make sure that we're not polluting our water supply, because I didn't realize that I was putting industrial zoning right over our water. But we can address that at some point too. We can relocate our groundwater pumping station. Got to be flexible. You can't be. You have to make concessions every once in a while, and it's okay to change your plans when you're building in City Skylines 2. I learned that in City Skylines 1. After nearly 1,000 hours of playing that game. I learned it like at the very end of the life cycle of the game, right before Cities 2 came out. I don't like you. Why? It's funny because we have demand, or we had demand, now it's gone because I addressed it. But we had demand for that type of zoning. Well, then it took forever to zone up, and then it turns out we didn't actually need it. Alright, so there's that. Okay, so we have a landfill here, and I remember earlier was addressing the crematorium, but we don't need crematorium right now. We're fine. We are fine. Okay. I can imagine at some point these roads will terminate into this street, and there will be a connection or two over there, because we don't want too many connections on this road, he says, as there's like 3 within really close proximity to each other there. But that's, I don't know, that's fine. All right. So I mean, I think we're looking fine. It's just a matter of addressing zones. Even still. So let's take you and put you here. I think we'll do one more on either side. All right. Let's talk about our one building. We have the Rockstar Musician Mansion. So I want to keep in mind as I build this out, sightlines. I want to put it in a place that's just really pretty to look at. Now, what would be fun? We could have we could put it right here. Ooh. So let's grab you. Maybe you. We're gonna purchase all that. So here's what I'm gonna do for this guy. We're gonna give him a view. Oh yeah. We're going to come here. We're gonna turn off our brushes. Place multiple. Remove. Okay. Let's put our brush strength up because I want him gone. I want all these trees. I want him and his tree friends gone. Just kidding. I wouldn't be a good mobster. And now we will grab. Let's put this. Let's do that. All right. So now, grab our signature building. I'm just gonna see the way that this looks. I want it kind of in the middle, but let's take this and put it right here so we can know where the middle's at. We're gonna put you right in the center, but as you can see, it's snapping, and we don't want that, so we're gonna turn off snapping. We're gonna place it. We're gonna get it nice and even. Where the row of bushes is and the fountain, we're gonna put it right in the middle. Those squares, and we're gonna click OK. All right, so there's that. Now what we'll do is take that out. All right. All we're gonna need to address is getting people over there. All right, so we have this connection. Let's bring it. Let's address the Rockstar musician mansion being all by itself all over here. I'm gonna put that right there. So that's just like a natural connection, I think, over this direction. And it opens up for us the opportunity to kind of fill in this area whenever we feel inclined to do so. All right, so we have all this. Let's come back over here. And now, what I like the idea of doing is landscaping. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get our brush size down. We're going to put our brush strength at 55, and we're going to use pines. Just kind of sprinkle those about like so. We're going to grab hickory and sprinkle those about like so. And I think let's do spruce. And we're going to grab oak as well. And just kind of surround this guy with his favorite trees. And maybe let's just kind of throw in some bushes for some undergrowth while we're here. So this will grow up. These trees will grow up. This guy that lives here will have some fantastic privacy. And I mean, just look at that view. Can you just look at it? Would you just look at it? That's gonna be the thumbnail. I've already decided. All right. So let's come back over here. We'll take inventory of kind of where we're at, what we're doing. This is abandoned. Why did you abandon? Wrong side of the zoning grid. Do it. That'll do it. That'll do it to him every time. I'm gonna rezone that. So you can see we have a lot of red on the street, which means, and it tells me that we're going to be needing to consider our medium density homes very soon. We need to start giving those people that. We're going to continue that with you. Let's take row homes and put them here as we unpause the game. All right. Now sometimes row homes will grow up, but they won't fill the full length of the zone, and that's not what we want. So if we see a 2x or a 3 long length, row home, we'll just delete it and it'll be fine. They'll be fine. Okay, so I'm going to kind of sparsely zone these areas. I kind of like the idea of maybe having gaps between the houses. We'll do that. And I know that's not, maximizing the effectiveness of the zoning, but I like the idea of kind of just gaps. And again, I was looking at the place where I live, especially the neighborhoods surrounding where my house is, and they're not completely butted up against each other like they are up in this area of the map. They do have gaps, and so you'll have like a long street like this with maybe like 2 or 3 houses on it, just 3 or 4 houses. They're not all up in each other's business, so to speak. And there are homes of varying shapes and sizes. All right, we're gonna just do that. And it does look like if we look at our zoning demand meter, we do have the need for speed. I'm just kidding. We need some industrial. So let's do a nice 3 deep zone right there. Nice 3 deep industrial zoning. So to help us get some interesting shapes. And now we have demand for commercial. Lots of commercial demand. A plethora. So let's kind of box this in right here. Just kind of put some down. I think I like the idea of maybe putting a shop or two in this location. And I know we have this row right there, but I think I want to figure something else out. So let's put a little shop here. There's a plane going overhead. And then I think maybe I'll have to take somebody off of a corner. You'll be fine. Look at you there. And I'm gonna give you your house back. Like so. Alright. So I think we're in a good spot, right? We're expanding. We're getting a little pop of height, which looks great. We have this whole open green space, but I think that'll be filled with cemetery upgrades when the time comes for that. So yeah, I mean, it looks great. I like the direction we're going. We're expanding. If this is the orientation of the city and this is north, expanding east is a good time. I love this little detail right here. And again, I'm looking forward to whenever they add, you know, more in-depth detailing options into the game. That'll be fun. But I like the way I like what we've got going on here. The people aren't so much happy. They are complaining about polluted water. So let's actually address that before we go. We have this. So I'm going to we're going to address that right now. We're going to put a water pumping station here. And we're going to come off like so. And I'm going to just go ahead and do that. And we're going to turn off this one. Yeah. And hopefully that'll get them to stop complaining about the water that I polluted. Sorry guys, I wasn't paying attention. That's just the short of it. I think we could also maybe bulldoze that object at some point. Now, are you... Okay, cool. That is great. We're connected. Our water is getting clean. Yeah, perfect. High taxes. Well, I mean, that's, you know, it is what it is. Let's bulldoze you. And you'll be fine, guys. Stop complaining. All right. But yeah, here we are in Blackshire. As we kind of remember where we were at the beginning of the episode, I think that we've made some decent progress. We've got a Rockstar mansion over in the west on his own little peninsula. We have some mines, the mines of Moria. We have an idea of the direction that we're going to go. So, I'm going to call it here for episode 2 of our Blackshire series. Thank you guys so much for your viewership. I appreciate it a great deal. If you would feel so inclined, I'm not going to beg or twist anyone's arm, but if you want to leave a like on the video, that would help out. Leave a comment for engagement. Negative comments, positive comments, they're all helping the video do good in the algorithm. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.